Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm back with another review, but this time is going to be a little different. This is a book review. The book is called RAUNCHY by T. Styles. It came out in like 2010, and I believe it's the Cartel Publications. Now, before I get into it, I need y'all to go ahead, hit that like button, and subscribe to my channel. Also, y'all check out BG Dino. He does movie reviews and he tells stories, but he mainly does movie reviews. And check out the Dante Show Network. Dante has a lot of content. He does prison stories, he does stories that you hear on the news, zombie stories, gaming, and much more. So just check out his content. I'm going to leave both of their channel links in the description or in the comments. So y'all go ahead and check them out. Now, let's get to this book review. This is Raunchy Part 2. DC General Hospital. A crazy kind of love. Kylie went to see his love, Cherry. He knew what she did for a living, but he didn't care because they both had sick upbringings. Cherry had a condition called hybristophilia. This is a paraphilia that involves loving men who participate in violent crimes. And Kylie had coprophagia. This is a paraphilia that involves being turned on by eating of human feces. He also was a sadist, which is a sexual gratification from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation. Cherry looked like death sitting in the hospital bed with all the tubes coming out of her, and this really turned Kylie on. When he got there, he made her explain what happened to her. And while she was explaining what happened to her, you know, how the man stabbed her between her legs and caused all this pain to her, Kylie started pleasuring himself. And then he finished. And then after he was done, Cherry got into an argument with him. She started an argument with him. So he cracked his knuckles and then he started slapping Cherry around in the hospital bed while she was begging him to stop. But after every slap, she just started smiling. Once Cherry started bleeding on the side of her face, he licked the blood off of her face and he put the chair up to the hospital room door so they could have sex. Dirty Bitch Harmony, Chapter 12, Summer, 1988. When Harmony got home, Shirley was talking to her best friend Lola. And Lola had her grandbaby. And Harmony was looking at Lola, wondering if Lola does her grandbaby the way Shirley does her. The baby was from her daughter named Melanie. And Shirley told Harmony that Melanie needs her to watch the baby. And Harmony said, no, I'm not watching that weed smelling baby. I have to do something. No, I'm not watching no baby. So Shirley said, oh, you're going to watch the baby. And Harmony said, no, I'm going to leave the baby here by herself. So Shirley said, you need to make yourself useful around here. All you do is come and go, come and go. No, you need to do something. Harmony looked at her grandma Shirley and started licking her lips and was like, look, I make myself useful all the time. Or have you forgotten? Maybe we can tell Lola what I do for you around here. Then she said, look, I'm not watching no baby that smell like weed. So tell Melanie's McDonald fry making ass to watch her own child. Harmony was really bold now. And she didn't care what came out of her mouth. And she didn't have any morals either. She told her grandma Shirley, look, I don't care what you two bitches are talking about. I'm not watching no baby. And then she told them, oh, how about Charles? Let Charles watch him. Lola looked at Shirley and was like, oh no, he can't watch my baby. Look, not for nothing, Shirley. I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. But no, he cannot watch my grandbaby. So Shirley was like, well, he's not even like that anymore. And Lola was like, no, he's not watching my baby, my grandbaby. So Harmony went to her room and then she got dressed because she was waiting for Jace to pick her up. And then when she went into the living room, everybody was gone except for the baby. Do you know they left the baby behind sleeping on the couch? When the baby woke up, she put the baby on the floor so the baby wouldn't roll off the couch. Then when Jace came, she hopped in the car and left. She was not sitting there watching nobody's baby. And yeah, that's messed up, but oh well. Harmony told them not to leave that baby there with her. Really, Lola neglected that child the moment she agreed to watch her. Hey everybody, look, I apologize. I just realized that when I was recording, my AC came on and for some reason I didn't even notice it. So excuse the noise in the background, but this is still a good story. So stay tuned. So Harmony and Jace went to McDonald's, and when they got there, Melanie was working. When she seen Harmony with Jace without her baby in the car, she got mad. See, Lola already told Melanie that Harmony was going to watch her baby, but she didn't tell Melanie that they abandoned that baby with Harmony. When Melanie didn't see the baby in the car, she got an attitude, and she was like, where the F is my baby at? So Harmony said, B, I'm not your babysitter. They didn't leave no baby with me. I don't know what you're talking about. You need to talk to your mama. So Melanie said, I'm about to call my mom right now, and if I find out you're lying, I'm going to F you up. So Harmony was like, you ain't going to do nothing to me. F you and that weed smelling baby. A few minutes later, Melanie and 5 other girls came outside to jump Harmony. They opened the car door on the passenger side, and then they pulled Harmony out and started jumping her. But Jace couldn't get out because he was on the driver's side in the drive-thru. And when he finally got out, he flashed a gun at the girls, and they all stopped jumping Harmony. They had got off of her. After this incident, Jace was like, I know you did not leave the baby in the house by itself. And Harmony was like, no, why would I do something like that? They didn't leave no baby with me. Look, boo, I don't know what they talking about. So they went on about their day. They got their little McDonald's, and they was like, look, let's go to the hotel. When they got to the hotel, Harmony knew she wasn't right between her legs, but she started drinking and she really stopped caring. So they had sex, and then Jace stopped because his penis was burning, and he confronted her about it. But Jace was also really confused because he never heard of someone having sex and getting burned right away, but it was really warm to him, and he didn't understand, like, why is it burning like this? What's going on? Also, Jace was a little confused because he wasn't sure if the rumors were true about her getting around, or if he burnt her because he was having unprotected sex with Brittany. So they got into an argument. Harmony threw a Bible at his head, and before they were about to leave, these men kicked in the door. It was 3 guys that came in the room, and they started beating Jace and Harmony up. They smacked Harmony around, but they really messed Jace up. Then they put him in the trunk of their car. And although Harmony was in pain, she remembered what her father taught her. He said, if you ever get kidnapped, try to knock the keyhole out and put something through the keyhole to alert people, so they will know that you're in that trunk. Every time they hit a bump, Harmony would use the tool that they had in the trunk to knock the keyhole loose. And she was doing this the whole time while Jace was unconscious. She was trying to just hurry up and get the keyhole loose and alarm people that they're in there. She didn't want to waste too much time trying to wake Jace up. Finally, the police saw this, and then they saved Jace and Harmony, and they were rushed to the hospital. I got you, Harmony. Everyone showed up at the hospital for Jace, and Callie was there with them. So he took Harmony home. And when they got home, Shirley was on the couch telling Harmony, like, look, you need to be effed up for leaving that baby alone. And Harmony said, yeah, well, who's going to do it? So Shirley started looking at how crazy Callie was looking at her, and then she just backed down. Harmony and Callie went into her room, and that night they ended up having sex. She had sex with Jace and Callie in the same night. It's all about the money. Jace went to LA, and he did not contact Harmony anymore. She was messed up from the kidnapping, but she didn't want to talk about the kidnapping to anybody else but Jace. That's who it happened with, and that it happened because of him. She felt like he left her alone to deal with all of this by herself, but Jace really wasn't talking to her because she burnt him. So Harmony was going through it, and she was like, you know what, I'm about to just get out this house. I can't take this anymore. So she finally got out the house and went to Ebony's cookout. When she got there, she was aggravated even more because she couldn't find a man with money. Like, all the dudes there were just nickel and dime hustlers. And when she asked Ebony if she had any weed, Ebony said, no, I'm fresh out. But she knew Ebony was lying. While Harmony was sitting at Ebony's party with her girls Constance and Trip, she kept noticing Constance kept tugging at the seat of her pants. And Constance wasn't sure if she was burning or not, but she just kept tugging, and she was just real uncomfortable down there. Then she also had sores on her hand, and they kept getting worse, and she kept scratching them. So Trip noticed it, and once again she was like, you know, Paco has those same sores on his hands and feet. I wonder what everyone is allergic to. I don't know if you listened to the first story, but Harmony had those sores on her hands and feet, and Trip saw it and was like, yo, Paco got them same sores. What is everybody allergic to? Okay, keep that in mind. So Constance changed the subject and was like, yeah, I think I'm burning. I think Paco gave me something. And then after that, the conversation ended. Harmony went to the bathroom and she took one of Ebony's rags, put it in cold water, and put it between her legs because she was really burning down there. But she didn't tell her friends what was going on with her. When she was done in the bathroom, just getting her nasty STD all on that girl's toilet and all on her rags and stuff, she left out the bathroom and she looked down the hall and she seen that nobody was there. So she was like, you know what, bump this. She ran in Ebony's room and she stole Ebony's princess earrings, her weed, and $500. And then Trip saw Harmony running out of Ebony's room and said, yo, what you doing in Ebony's room? Like, what's going on? So Harmony was like, I'm just trying to use the phone. She was like, that don't sound right. So she started questioning Harmony some more, and Harmony didn't like it. And she really didn't trust Trip like that. Before she left, she told Ebony, look, girl, I saw Trip leaving out of your room. And she had something in her hand, looked like an envelope. And she had some earrings. I saw it when I was up there using the bathroom. I was up there too, and I want you to search inside of my purse and inside of my pockets in case this bitch try to lie on me. So Ebony looked in Harmony's purse and didn't see anything. And then Harmony flipped open her pockets so Ebony could see it that she didn't have anything. And some quarters fell out. And Harmony was like, girl, you know what? I'm not about to pick them quarters up. You can have them. But really, those is Ebony quarters anyway. Harmony was a mess. 1 week later, Young Jace stepped off of Rick's private jet in Los Angeles. And he met up with his father, Rick. And they greeted each other. And Rick was like, look, we need to go to my mansion to talk business. I know you're young, but I'm about to make you the man around here. You got to come talk to the bosses. When they got to Rick's mansion, the bosses were there. These are the big bosses. They were all sitting at the big table. When Jace walked in the room, they all started clapping for Jace. And they embraced him as one of the new bosses. Rick went and introduced everybody. He was like, look, this is Russ Gamber. So Russ was the bodyguard. He had muscles and a crooked nose. And there was Sammy Batters. He ran distribution. And Rick said, look, call him if you need anything for business while you're in DC. There was Leo Lips. See, he helped Sammy with distribution in California, and he was in charge with meeting the Connect also. He was Spanish. He had a lot of tattoos on his arm, and he was a gang member. There was Rick's lawyer, Chin Chu. He always has a serious face. He was a small Chinese man. And Rick had another lawyer. This was the same lawyer that Cornell had. The same man that went to go tell Harmony your father's dead and left her that $5,000. So everyone there started talking about Massive and what they need to do and how they're going to embrace Jace and what he needs to do to prove that he's a boss. So Jace was like, I'm going to do what I need to do. So they brought out a Spanish lady. They didn't tell him what she did, but Rick said, look, you have to kill her. Jace said, all right, with a gun at? He said, no, you got to kill her with a knife. So Jace went ahead and killed that lady with a knife. Local news, syphilis outbreak. Constance was watching the news about the syphilis outbreak, and she was mad because she had syphilis, and Brittany just told her that her friend Ebony was sleeping with her man. And then Ebony was mad because she was having safe sex, but she had syphilis. What Ebony didn't know was Harmony sat her coochie lips on the edge of her toilet, and Ebony went right behind her and did the same thing. And that's how she caught it. Bring the pain. Harmony knew she was pregnant, but she refused to take a pregnancy test, and she kept on drinking liquor. She was about to walk to the liquor store, and she saw Callie and was like, okay, well, you know, he making more money. He's starting to look better to me. So he hopped out the car and said, let's go to the movies. And she really didn't want to go, but she only agreed because she knew how his temper was. She knew he was going to get mad at her. Then she kept saying, hey, if you see Jace, tell him to call me. I miss him. Like, I really want to be with Jace. And Callie was not feeling that at all because he really wanted Harmony. And Callie said, look, you need to take a pregnancy test. I can tell you're pregnant and it's going to be a girl. So don't even worry about Jace. That's my baby in there. Then Harmony said, well, this baby could be for Jace. And Callie was like, look, Jace is not worried about you anymore. Stop asking about him. Why are you so stuck on Jace? Oh, is it the money? Is it the money? So her and Callie had gotten into arguments. He peeled off $500 bills and just threw it in her face. And although she wanted the money, she didn't want him to see her pick it up. So she started walking it off like, oh, that's nothing. You know, that little $500, let it stay on the ground. So he got mad. And he had gripped the back of her neck and shoved it towards the ground and was like, yo, pick up my money. This is crazy. So he made her pick up the money. He was like, go in there and get dressed so we can go to the movies. You better be dressed by the time I get back. But before that, you're going to take a pregnancy test. And if you're pregnant, you're going to stop drinking. Don't make me F you up. Right after he left, Paco pulled up and told Harmony, get the F in the car. So Harmony ran in the house and she saw Shirley. And she was telling her grandma Shirley that someone was outside trying to hurt her. So Shirley said, look, I don't know what type of trouble you bringing in this house, but in order for you to stay here, you got to do something for me. I need you to take care of me. What you going to do for me in order to stay in this house? So she said, Shirley, get the F out my face. Shirley said, no. You're going to eat me out today or you won't be up in here. So Shirley grabbed her by the hair and threw Harmony back outside like Harmony could not catch a break. See, Shirley was already mad that the school was calling her house for Harmony because, first of all, Harmony was missing school. And second of all, Harmony told the school that Shirley and Charles was molesting her. And yeah, it was good that she did it, but now she's avoiding them when they were trying to ask her questions about it. And the school is calling there and it's just like a big old mess. And Shirley does not like that. Also, Shirley was mad because Charles hasn't been home in a while. She does not know where her son is. But when Shirley threw her outside, Paco was still out there waiting for her. And he was like, B, get in the car, I'ma F you up. Paco was mad at her because she gave him syphilis and he may have given it to Tripp, but he wasn't sure because Tripp did not have any symptoms. But she had to suffer for that later on in life. When Paco and Harmony was in the van, he had smashed her head to the window. It was like, yo, you a nasty bee and it's a group of bees planning on beating you up. And if I ever catch you out here or see you again, I'm going to hand you right over to him. Then he named her Miss Burns. And people just started calling her Miss Burns. And then he was like, get the F out my car. And then he left her stranded in the middle of nowhere. Vicious Jace. Jace didn't contact Harmony anymore. He started messing with the older woman named Antoinette that he met through his father. And although she was different, he still missed Harmony. He was just really mad at the fact that she burnt him. And the rumors were true and he burnt Brittany. So Jace was on the phone with Callie. And then Jace was like, what's up with Harmony? And Callie was like, well, I'm glad you don't mess with her anymore. They calling her Miss Burns now and she's pregnant. Now, mind you, Callie did not tell Jace that he was hitting that too. Then Callie said, I think she's pregnant by some dude in Maryland. But then again, people around here saying that she don't know who the father is. Although he told Jace, you know what, F her. I don't even know why I'm asking about her. He still wanted to know if that was his kid. After that, he was like, you know what? Don't tell her that I even asked about her. I don't want to get her hopes up for nothing. I'm done with her. And Callie was happy about that. When Jace went back to DC to handle some business, he saw Harmony and she convinced him to talk to her. And then they sat inside of his limousine and Harmony told him that she was carrying his baby. So he told her, look, you gave me syphilis and I don't even know if that's that baby mine. People out here calling you Miss Burns and everything. And she was like, Miss Burns? Like she was really hurt because people was calling her Miss Burns behind her back. Then he told the security guard, like, yo, get her out of my limousine. And the security guard got Harmony up out of that limousine and then they drove off. I'm going to stop here. And yes, there is a lot to this story, but I can't give it to you all at once. Y'all just got to be patient. But for right now, y'all show me some love. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm out, y'all.